Coach Cam made this shit.
Welcome to another episode of Racket. This week, we have...
The best feature of all time.
Didn't think that we would need to do this, but a little explanation. It's only the feature. It's not what song is better that has a feature. It's the features part only.
Yeah, goddamn, this has been actually pretty frustrating. Because we actually went to try to incorporate, the people who, play along and stuff on Instagram, give us feedback. And it was like, we're making a bracket, so if y'all want to chime in, y'all can chime in. It'll make the list. And it just, I don't know. Some people just really annoyed the shit out of me with it. There's actually a few messages I just have not replied to. I'm really not the most interested right now. It's a great way to build your podcast up. I know, but I don't know. I'm just not a man of the people. I kind of hate the people. This week we just went with 32 features that we think just fucking killed it. And, I didn't really realize how much a feature was pretty much a hip-hop thing. Because it makes sense, You're not going to get like Metallica featuring AC/DC,
When it comes to rock, it's very, very...
it's them. Yeah. I mean, pop, you get that. You always get rappers selling their soul to be on a pop song, and it works out good sometimes. But yeah, so these are just 32 features of all time, mainly voted on by you guys. We didn't get enough to make it an entirely fan voted bracket, so this is kind of just mixed in what we think, what you guys think.
And for like rock, the only time that you see a feature is like the guitarist or the drummer will feature.
Yeah, it'll be like a featuring Travis Barker.
Yeah.
All right, so let's not waste too much time and let's get into this. So first up, we have it's Kanye West's song "Monster" featuring Nicki Minaj, and again, this is her part specifically. Mm-hmm. And then going up against Freddie Gibbs' song "Something to Rap About" featuring Tyler. I think this one's pretty...
It breaks my heart.
It's pretty clear-cut, though.
It's Monster.
I didn't really realize how... I don't know, there's not like that feature from Tyler that it's just like, oh, this is hands down his best. Like, he has a lot of good ones, but like with other people like Andre 3000 and stuff, Nicki. Or Nicki, it's like, it's this one. You have to include this. So, I don't know, it's weird, but I mean, I always love his features and stuff, but I think Tyler definitely shines more in his own. And that's definitely a good thing.
Yeah.
But
we had the same issue with ASAP Rocky.
Yeah.
We couldn't find anything from
probably
him.
More to the extreme than that. Yeah. Because, I mean...
He has good features, but none of them were stand out.
Yeah.
To the point where we thought, like, this is...
And whenever he kills it, it's usually on his song.
Yeah.
Up next... We didn't just go on streaming platforms this time. So we have, I think the only two that really applies to is Brand New Guy and Control. Mm-hmm. So up next we have A$AP Rocky's song Brand New Guy featuring Schoolboy Q or Savage by Meg Thee Stallion featuring Beyonce.
I think I like Schoolboy's part more.
I do too.
Okay.
Yeah. Overall, this is probably going to be the more popular one, but him saying he's eating popcorn on your couch while you're at work, it's pretty fucking funny. So what's that popcorn about? I miss Fat Schoolboy.
I do too.
Up next, Kendrick Lamar's song "Money Trees" featuring J Rock, or I put Made instead of Maze. More Money, More Problems. That's Diddy's song, right?
Yes.
Yeah. More Money, More Problems by Diddy featuring Maze. This is a really good matchup for the first round.
Yeah.
That's kind of unfortunate because either one of these people getting bounced in the first round kind of upsets me.
Yeah. I think it's J-Rock, but Maze goes off.
Maze does go off, man.
But I think J-Rock's got it.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Up next, we have Kanye West's song "Touch the Sky" featuring Lupe Fiasco, or Dr. Dre's song "Nothing But a G Thing" featuring Snoop Dogg.
It's Snoop.
Lupe does go off.
Yeah, I know. That's why
he really does go off.
That's why I waited, because I was like, can I in any way vote for Lupe here?
Yeah. Up next, we have International Players Anthem, which is UGK song featuring Andre 3000, or Hive featuring Vince Staples, and Hive is Earl's song.
It's Andre.
Yeah, it's Andre. That verse is actually so good that it is the only reason I have that song on my phone.
Yeah.
Luckily, it is the first verse.
Yes.
So just as soon as it's done, I'm on my day, you know. So yeah, Andre kills it. Up next, we have, I think it's Jeezy's song Soul Survivor featuring Akon.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I was like, that's Akon song, isn't it? But it's not.
Yeah. Then Gorillaz, Clint Eastwood featuring Dell the Funky Homo Sapien.
Probably Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say because this was a big reason. Like, I mean, obviously this is not why I'm saying this verse is better. But this song, I think, is like what took the Gorillaz to mainstream.
Yeah, and I thought he was the Gorillaz.
Yeah. Yeah, before I knew the Gorillaz whole thing of just, they pretty much just organize songs and then bring in people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this one is so good. It's like the song I think of when I think of the Gorillaz.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it's a feature. Up next, we have Guild, which is Earl's song featuring Mac Miller, or Kanye West song, Use This Gospel, featuring Clips.
It's Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throwing tomahawks at civilians.
Yeah.
That shit's dope. Up next, we have a lot on, from 21 Savage's album, featuring J. Cole, or Travis Scott's song 3500 featuring Future.
It's Future.
It is.
But man, that hurts.
Yeah, I really like J. Cole's verse. I don't love it.
There's like two bars that I don't like.
Like the Tekashi and Markel Fultz thing.
That's the two as I was thinking.
Like, they took your jump shot. Like, who are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, who took his jump shot?
Yeah. He has Space Jam?
Yeah. This isn't Space Jam, dude. Nobody stole his secret sauce. Like, I think I meant to say stuff, not sauce. That just sounded gay.
It did, but I was going to let you have that one.
I was going to let you have that gay stuff.
All right, so then kicking off this side, we have Still Tippin' by Mike Jones featuring Paul Wall, and One Train, which is ASAP's song, A$AP Rocky, featuring Danny Brown.
I forget that you can't just say ASAP, because there's a lot of them. I always say ASAP, and people universally are like, you're Rocky.
Yeah. That's why I keep going ASAP, and I'm like, Rocky.
Did Ferg have to drop the ASAP out of his name? So is he just Ferg?
He doesn't have to.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no legal contract to it. So
that'd be funny.
Yeah,
he's just going by Ferg.
He's just Fergenstein now.
I think it's Paul Wall.
Sure.
Both of these features have really good comical aspects to them.
Yeah.
And I definitely think Danny Brown is way more intentional than Paul Wall's. But Paul Wall did go crazy on this. Yeah. We're going to have to make Paul Wall his own bracket one day.
I can't wait.
Man truly deserves it. I got the internet going nuts.
All right, and then we got Vice City, which is Schoolboy song? Featuring...
No, that's a J-Rock song.
Oh, it's J-Rock song, yeah. Featuring Kendrick Lamar, and Cut the Check, which is Mac Miller's song, featuring Chief Keef.
Yeah, I was saying, we know Vice City says featuring Black Hippie, but we went a little bit step further, because it's kind of a cheat, saying like, oh, the entire feature of Black Hippie, but specifically Kendrick's verse in that song.
Yes.
Isn't that the one where he says, like, I put Blue Caprice on Gary Coleman?
I think so.
Yeah. If so, that's fucking hilarious.
I think so.
If you can fit Gary Coleman into a verse, that's always a good one.
Go ahead.
I'm actually going to Cut the Check, though, with Chief Keef.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm so cool with that.
Yeah.
Kendrick isn't my favorite verse.
Yeah.
On that song.
Yeah, that one was specifically fan voted.
Yeah, Schoolboy I think does better, and I think Absol actually does better. But
yeah, it's a solid roster of people to compete with. So
yeah, but universally everyone thinks Kendrick did better. So
shit made me go woo like Ric Flair. I meant to say Ric Flair, bitch boy, I've been player. Like Ric Flair.
He fucked up the name just so he had the next line.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Did great. I was like, wait, did you mean to say Ric Flair? And he's like, bitch boy, I'm going to say Ric Flair. I was like, oh, he's talking to me. I'm bitch boy.
The ending's still my favorite part. Should have wore the other ones because them better.
Yep.
We have Really Though, which is Danny Brown's song featuring Earl, and Big Pimpin' featuring UGK.
Which is Jay-Z's.
Jay-Z song.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going Earl.
I like Earl's.
Yeah, I do too. You the mouse that the Falcon picked up. He goes hard.
I'm at your house like, why you got your couch on my chucks, motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
We have Monster. We have Monster featuring Childish Gambino, which is
Savages.
21 Savage's song.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Kanye song Diamonds from Sierra Leone.
Yes,
the
specifically,
remix,
yes. Yeah.
Featuring Jay-Z.
Yeah, I mean, Big Brother came through and whooped his ass. I mean, it's not fair. That's I think as far as our brackets go, that's like one of the biggest dig downs. I mean, and Gambino does really good. I mean, it honestly might be my favorite feature of him. Maybe I like Bed Piece a little bit more, but yeah, I mean, it's Jay-Z on Diamonds remix. It's good.
It's hard to argue even against it.
Yeah, I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Yeah,
like goddamn. That's old crack, so I think I can sell CD. That's pretty good.
All right, and then we got Forgot About Dre, which is Dr. Dre's song featuring Eminem. And then we have Ultra Light Beams, which is Kanye's song featuring Chance the Rapper.
I'm going Eminem, and I don't think you're going to agree.
I am.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Neat. All right, yeah, that was I was getting ready for that one.
Yeah, I love Chance's part. I think he does phenomenal. Honestly, he makes the song, as upsetting as that is to admit, but it's not. I mean, you could say the exact same thing about Eminem. He makes that song. It's not his.
Eminem saying it's harder than me, drunk as fuck, trying to park a big ass Dodge in a small ass garage. Yeah, I miss Eminem.
Yeah.
Schoolboy needs to get fat again, and Eminem needs to get on drugs again.
I knew that was coming. Yeah. We have DJ Khaled's song "We Taken Over" featuring Lil Wayne, and "Love It or Hate It," which is the Game song featuring 50 Cent. This one very, very was like technically included. Yeah. Wait, which one? Love It or Hate It.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
it's a weird song.
Because it's 50 Cent's song that he gave to the Game, so he just has the rights to it, but it's still 50 Cent's song. It's crazy.
Thank God he did, because I cannot name a single Game song that I like when he's by himself. I think we've had this discussion before, so you've had a lot of time to think about it.
Yeah, I can't think of any. But which one are you taking?
I'm going 50 Cent.
Same.
Yeah. The opening lines, him talking about his mom being a lesbian, that's amazing. To open up with it.
Yeah. Next we have Frank Ocean's song of Solo Reprise featuring Andre 3000 and Control by Big Sean featuring Kendrick Lamar. This is an unpopular one.
Yeah, I honestly don't need to think about it that much either.
Yeah,
it's Andre 3000.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's nothing against Kendrick's verse, because it was really good.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't think it's that good.
Yeah.
And not once does he mention that he is so low that he can see under the skirt of an ant.
Yeah.
Not just an ant. So low that he can see under the skirt of an ant.
Every time I hear the Control verse, it just reminds me of like almost a knockoff version of Till I Collapse by Eminem. It really does. Like, every time I've ever heard it, that's just what it reminds me of.
Yeah. It's really, really good. But it just, I don't know. I think Andre really poured his soul into Solo.
Yeah, I agree.
That's whenever he talked... No, I'm thinking of a different verse where Andre goes crazy. So, yeah, it's still Andre. It always has been.
Yep. And last of the first round, we have What's the Scenario by A Tribe Called Quest featuring Busta Rhymes, and Out for the Night Part 2, which is 21 Savage's song featuring Travis Scott.
It's Busta.
I can't believe it is, but it is.
Yeah, you know you're in trouble whenever Travis Scott produces a song for you and him to be on, and he has not performed yet, and you hear the beat switch, you know he's about to eat your fucking lunch. Yeah. He does it every time, and I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go listen to Company. Or if I could go listen to Sicko Mode if you're really curious, you know. Either that or he just hates Drake.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Sorry, buddy. And that concludes round one. Quickly skipping over to round two. We have, I'm not going to say whose song it is anymore because we've already covered that. Nicki Minaj's verse in Monster or Schoolboy Q's verse in Brand New Guy.
Nicki.
Yeah. Next, we have J-Rock's verse in Money Trees or Snoop Dogg's verse in Nothing But a G Thing.
J-Rock.
I'm going Snoop Dogg. Are you wanting to pass on that? Or?
No, we can just...
It is kind of my day. Luck has definitely been going my way so far. Like, not just this, like...
Yeah. Well, I didn't... The only reason I didn't pass is because I don't feel like it's...
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand either one, so it's fine.
International Players Anthem with Andre 3000's verse or Del the Funky Homo Sapiens verse in Clint Eastwood.
Andre.
Yep. Andre. Mac Miller's verse in Guild or Future's verse in 3500?
Future.
Yeah, it's Future.
Damn.
I'm not from this planet. I was abandoned. He's a cool guy.
Yeah. We got Paul Wall's verse in Still Tippin' and Chief Keef's verse in Cut the Check.
Cut the Check.
Same. We got Earl in Really Dough and Jay-Z on the Diamonds remix.
It's Jay-Z.
That hurts. Because it is.
Okay.
We got Eminem's part in...
I like this one.
Forgot About Dre or 50 Cent's part in Love It or Hate It.
I'm going Eminem.
I'm going 50 Cent.
Are you willing to push it? Push it real good?
No, let's flip.
Yeah.
And last of the second round, we have Andre's verse in Solo Reprise and Busta Rhymes' verse in What's the Scenario.
Now, just listening to him, it definitely sounds like Busta is going harder than anybody has before, but I love so much more of what Andre says. So, I'm going Andre.
I like Andre's verse more.
Yeah, I do too.
So,
and that's what it's about.
Yeah. It's our bracket.
Yeah,
so.
Fuck you. To kick off the third round, we have Nicki Minaj's verse in Monster or Snoop Dogg's verse in Nothing But a G Thing.
I think it's Monster.
Yeah, I think it is too. Next, we have Andre 3000's verse in International Players Anthem or Future's verse in 35 Hundo.
Oh, this one. It's Andre, but I don't... I want Future to win.
I think it's Future.
Do you?
Yes.
Wow. I think Andre does better.
Yeah. It's a really, really good verse, but then at the end of the day, he's just talking about tying the knot with somebody. But then Future is just talking about being abandoned on this planet, and it's pretty cool. It made Vince Staples cry.
Yeah.
I'm leaning more towards Future.
I still think Andre's.
All right, let's flip.
I'm happy.
Yeah, we need to stop filming, and I need to go do something else because I have been winning a lot today.
Yeah. I say I just told you I want Future to win. I just think Andre's is better. So
yeah,
I'm happy it did.
Shut up. Be a sore loser. It's a lot more fun.
I know, that's why I don't do it.
I know. Fucking kills me.
I hate for you to have fun.
God forbid.
All right, we got Chief Keef's part in Cut the Check and Jay-Z's part in the Diamonds remix.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of here, Chief.
And we got Eminem's part in Forgot About Dre and Andre's part in Solo Reprise.
Andre.
I agree.
Neat. To kick off the final four, we have Nicki Minaj's verse in Monster or Future's verse in 3500.
Do you know which one you're taking?
I'm just thinking about Nicki's verse when she said, fuck Nicki, she's fake. She's on a diet, but her pocket's eating cheesecake. Dude, that line alone, I don't know anything that Future says at 3500 that competes with that.
Yeah. Yeah, Nicki wins.
Yeah, I think so too.
We have Jay-Z in the Diamonds remix or Andre 3000 in the solo reprise.
Fuck. I wish they would have been on opposite sides, dude. This fucking hurts. It's Jay-Z.
I didn't think you'd agree. I also think it's Jay-Z. Wow.
God damn it.
I really thought we were going to flip for that one.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty glad because I know you probably would have used your push there because neither one of us have. Actually, I probably would just use my push right after. Hell yeah. And to conclude this bracket, we have Nicki Minaj's verse in Monster versus Jay-Z's verse in Diamonds remix.
Shout out Kanye.
No fucking shit. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That's the real winner here.
Yeah.
I was like, because he's making money either song you pick here.
Yeah.
Either song you decided to listen to, he's going to make money off of it.
I don't know. Nicki, probably?
I'm going Jay-Z.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any like standout?
Any last words?
Any like standout thing that made you take that one over the other?
Him being on a song called Diamonds and saying he won't crack under pressure because that's how diamonds are made. Yeah. It's crazy. The whole businessman line I said earlier. The whole saying it's not a saying, but him saying he could sell crack. So he's I'm pretty sure I could sell CDs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think he does amazing. Kanye setting him up even makes it better. Just Kanye talking about they're like, oh, they want to know if you and Jay are good, and he's like, I got it from here. Yay, damn. And then he just goes the fuck off. I don't know. I didn't know it was until we did this bracket, but it's genuinely my favorite feature of all time.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
which is pretty fair because us two were the ones that made this.
Yeah. So
if we have a favorite feature of all time, it's probably going to be on this bracket. It probably is going to make it a little far,
Yeah, I didn't think that one would win. I mean, I guess technically it hasn't yet. We got to flip for it, but
yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know that was going to make it that far. I knew Monster was going to make it far.
Yeah, I actually didn't know if it would win, if it would go to the finals.
Yeah,
I thought you would push solo reprise a little more, which I mean.
I did pretty much as far as I could.
Yeah.
Almost as far as I could.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be your winner.
I really do like it. That's why I said I wish it was on the other side, because I would have definitely pushed for that over Monster. Yeah,
I get it.
Really good.
I don't know.
Honestly,
Monster just is so crazy.
Honestly, if Andre wasn't that entire song, I think I'd like it more too. Because it kind of goes less. It is a feature,
yes,
but it goes from like less of a feature to more of kind of his song.
Yeah, Yeah, I think of that as his song. Yeah,
but to me, Diamond's remix, it feels like a true feature.
Yeah,
like I don't know. There's chemistry there. I don't know. It just makes for a true feature, along with Nicki's verse too. I mean, it's a true feature.
And I think the reason I'm leaning more towards Nicki is, there's not a lot of verses, like feature verses from Nicki that I like, so this one just stands out so much more. And the people that she's surrounded by doing better than all of them.
Yeah, including Jay-Z.
Yeah. And just, that's why I think like it just stands out so much more, and I think that it really highlights her as the feature. And I think that's why I think that she is the best feature.
And she's accomplished a lot in her life.
Yeah.
Especially, musically, and this is still as far, at least along with the people I talk to, but when you bring up Nicki and her accomplishments, one of the shining moments in her career is her verse in Monster.
Yeah. I think, like, critically, this is known as, like, her peak.
Yeah, I would say so, too.
Yeah.
But
let's flip.
Yeah. I always like when we flip for the final.
I do too.
Hell yeah. Roy was, 4 for 4 or 5 for 5?
Yeah, I think it's 4.
Hell yeah. I love odds. So yeah, we already kind of did our recap before we even,
It's not really fair that I am, like, my notorious worst odds are 50-50. Like, I'm notoriously bad at 50-50s, and you have really good luck. So
one of the raffles I won today were literally called a 50-50 raffle.
Yeah, I would have never in my entire life won that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is like double against me.
You've had some pretty good streaks, though.
Oh, yeah.
With it. This is probably the most blatant example of me rigging this.
I don't know. One of them, I think you picked the entire Final Four.
I think so. Oh, yeah.
And then
you see there's a string attached to the bottom of it where I just pull it down. You couldn't be mad about that if I did that. That's fucking impressive if I saw, like, Bats was up and I just fucking pulled it down. No, I'm really happy about this one.
I am too. I mean, I'm not mad.
I am slightly less happy. But
I don't 100% agree, but
yeah,
it's very easily top 4 on this list.
Yeah,
so
it lost a good competition.
Yeah,
it's not like now. If I would have really pushed for Paul Wall and he beats Nicki Minaj out on this, I'd be a little pissed.
Yeah, that one would have been. Yeah, no, that's not.
I think just because how well it's known, I think Nicki's verse is going to win online.
I don't know.
I think Beyonce's verse will make it past Schoolboy's, because I'm assuming not a lot of people know that because it's not even on streaming platforms.
I think whatever is the best song will win more than the best feature.
I think that's going to be I think that'll be an issue. Which I think that's still leaning towards Monster's favor. We kind of we did do some like exceptions. We didn't just stick with streaming platforms this time, but we did kind of take away some of the gas from just the album My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, because if the song specifically Runaway has already won so fucking much, and it really could have won more if we included it. Like, we can make a top 32 rock songs of all time, and if Runaway's in there, it'll probably win. It's just not fair. So, sorry to push his T's verse in that, because he absolutely kills it. Devil in a New Dress. Yeah. That's an amazing one.
And even, we kind of limited, there was only 2 artists, right? That had 2?
Yes.
And we kind of limited that, because if you look up best features of all time, Eminem's on like 4 or 5 too. So we definitely like limited him.
Yeah.
But
I think
Jay-Z's on a lot more than just the couple we had.
Yeah, and I think the Forgot About Dre is probably his best. We try to pick the best of them. And some people like Andre, they didn't just have one.
Yeah, it had to be.
So yeah, I'm actually really curious to see what it's going to look like.